Okay, so I haven't started the vegan diet yet, but I'm just starting kind of planning for it, doing a little bit of reading. I'm going to take my HumnFit test tomorrow. So if you didn't see my Facebook post, what I'm planning to do is I'm going to use a test kit called HumnFit, which is a little finger prick blood spot test. I squeeze it into a few drops of blood into some jars, send it away to get tested, and it can give me information on my diet. So it gives me information on proteins, carbohydrates, fats, electrolytes, and can give an indication of organ function. Now, what I thought would be interesting to do was to do a test, radically change my diet, so do the vegan diet, which is hugely different to what I do or have ever done, and then retest it at the end and see the difference. Now, there's a few things I expect is going to happen on here. So it's not really whether the vegan diet is better for me or not. I think anytime you focus on your nutrition for a month, it's going to get better. Okay, so no matter what you do. I am in a good position in the fact that I know a little bit about nutrition. I know the resources, the correct resources to go to support myself through the vegan diet. So I can get good research on what supplements to take, the correct supplements to take, and how to build a vegan diet. I'm not anti-vegan in any way. I like to kind of play that way sometimes to get on people's nerves, but I'm not completely against vegan. I don't like putting myself into any camp of nutrition. I don't think it's a good thing for anyone to do, to say that we're designed to eat meat or we're designed not to eat meat, because both arguments are flawed, because we can live on a vegan diet and we can live on solely meat. The body is very good at adapting in that way. So this isn't an argument between the two, but it's a good test to see what's going to happen to my blood markers. Now, the things that I'm going to look out for is, one, cholesterol. Now, although the vegan diet may reduce your cholesterol, it's not always a good thing. You need cholesterol to build hormones, to build, guys, testosterone, for instance. You know, you need cholesterol for that. So if it drops to a point where that's going to affect it, I'm going to be able to tell. Although, you know, it may put it into a better category of cholesterol. So we're going to be able to see that through the test. I also want to keep an eye on protein. So protein is more difficult to get in a vegan diet. You really need to plan for it, and I'm going to need to track it. I don't usually track my calories or macros at all. So I've used MyFitnessPal before, but I don't use it constantly. So I'm going to be able to track protein a little bit more closely with my HumnFit test. So I'm going to be able to keep a close eye on that. I also want to kind of keep an eye on testosterone, so I can get a little overview of testosterone from the HumnFit test. It can give me a kind of few indicators of organ function, but I think that my markers will get better just for the pure focus of that month. So that's what I'm expecting. But again, it's not because the vegan diet is better. It's just because I'm focusing on my nutrition for that month. But there are going to be some good traits that come with it. Eating more plant-based foods is always a good option for everyone. I do still eat processed foods now and then, so I will still have a fry-up, bacon, sausages on a weekend, and these processed foods. So clearing some of those up, I'm sure, will do some good. And it also just make me not eat desserts and stuff, because I won't be able to have dairy. I'm not great with dairy anyway, and I shouldn't eat it, but I still do. So that's going to help me, I think. The other things I'm going to look at is I'll test some body markers, so I'll get my body fat percentage done, maybe take some before and after photos. My biggest thing is performance. So I do jiu-jitsu, and I do that 2 or 3 times a week, and I compete, and I'm probably going to compete in the next 2 months or so. So if I start to feel that this diet is negatively affecting me in my performance, that's going to really demotivate me, you know, because with jiu-jitsu it's not something that you can hide from. You know, if you are tired, fatigued, weak, you're going to get punished for it. So that's something I'm going to keep an eye on closely too. Within supplements, I've been looking at a few supplements. Protein powders for sure. I'm going to get maybe Plant Fusion and Sun Warrior. A few people have recommended to me. So a couple of different sources of protein is going to help just kind of bulk up meals. So I'll either make shakes in between meals, or add them to meals, or add the protein powder to certain recipes as well to buff up the protein, and try and get at least 0.8 grams to every kilogram of body weight on there, which shouldn't be too difficult. I'm quite light at the moment, so I'm probably about 80 kgs. It's only about 80 grams of protein or just below to hit my minimum values on there, which I think I'll be able to do in the vegan diet. I'm also going to supplement vitamin B12, which you usually you can only get from eating meat. Vitamin D as well, and one important part is essential fats. So what the body really needs, it needs essential amino acids and essential fats. So proteins and fats. Now the fats that you usually could get through eating fish, like EPAs and DHAs, I'm going to be able to get from algae. So I'm going to be supplementing with that as well. So looking at the vegan diet, it's tough. I mean, I like meat. I can't walk past the cow without licking it. It's going to be tough. But we'll see how I get on with my tests, and I'll keep you updated from here. If you have tips on the vegan diet, please put them below, recipes and quick tips. I like being able to make quick meals and stuff that I can get on the go. So if I'm in between clients at the gym, something I can just go to maybe Marks and Spencer's and grab, so that would be great. So any questions that I can help you with as well, just pop below in the comment section.